So, Pilates at home. Okay, so today we're going to have a lovely side sequence with some working legs, inner outer thighs, and obviously some abs before we switch over to the other side. Now, if you've got a block, keep it to hand because you may want to use it throughout class. Okay, so hopefully we find you all fit and well, and remember you should never feel pain and discomfort when you're doing Pilates. Remember that difference between the ooh and the ow, okay? Oohs are fine, okay? We can rock with the oohs. Okay, so we will get straight to it. We are going to come into side sequence with a pussycat and lay onto our sides. Okay, so find the middle of your mat and just pop that hip square in the middle. Now, if you prefer, you can have this block just rested under head. Remember, this arm comes forward at 90 degrees, okay? Or if you prefer without, just that lovely long arm. Okay, so knees are bent, and then I want you to just quickly check your knee alignment. Remember, if one knee is dropped back, it means your hips are out of alignment. So just bring those knees together and you get that beautiful stack of the hips. Okay, so again, just think about that lovely engagement, pelvic floor up and long and through. Now the opposite hand, you can either have it rested on the floor, hip, or up into the air. So again, remember to find your own challenge. It's going to be one of those mornings today, isn't it? So the top leg, we're going to lift it open into half an oyster. So we're just gently going to open, rotate, and bring it back down. Okay, so we're going to open and down. Just gently open and down. So our shoulders are also stacked, okay? Make sure you're not tipping back through that move. And so you choose where that rested arm is. Two more. So two. And this last one, I want you just to gently hold it open. Okay, then we're going to extend the lower part of the leg. So just a little extension, tap the toes. A little extension and tap. And draw back in. Three more. 3 and 2. Oh, you're good. And then one more. 1 and then draw back in together. Gently drop that knee. We're going to lift the heels. Okay, and then we're going to open and down. Full oyster. Down and lower. So remember, lovely engagement and length. There shouldn't be any tension anywhere else in the body. Okay, 3. And that lovely, just opening that hip. Okay, and 2 more to go. Lovely. Remember, same speed up as down. Last one, gently draw down, heels to the floor and lengthen both legs. So we're going to come into a double torpedo. Okay, so lovely length. Do a shoulder stack, hip stack, and make sure those big toes line up as well. So remember, that's a nice good indicator again of whether those hips are not stacked properly. Okay, so that beautiful length. So again, choice of hand position is completely up to you. Now we're gently going to lift both legs together. So it's a lengthen as you lift, okay, and gently lower. Lengthen as you lift and lower. Okay, so make sure again, no tipping and tilting and rolling, okay. So lengthen as you lift. Both legs, lift and lower. And then just take it a little bit higher if you can. Okay, that stomach's nice and engaged. Now remember, where the waistline touches the mat, if you can, just try and peel that away from the mat as well. Okay, and then just gently lift and lower. 3 more. 3 and down. Okay, 2 and last one and 1, and then gently coming back down. Now both legs are still slightly raised off the floor. If you find that bottom hip is a little uncomfortable on the mat, if you've got a little cushion or a towel, you can fold it up and pop it under, okay? Just keep that lovely stack of the hips. So the top leg is just going to move on its own. You're going to lift and lower. Okay, so just the top leg. Now we're trying to find your challenge, okay? So you need that little bit of a wobble where you're having to use your core and all the muscles to stabilise you. So you may, need to adjust your hand position, okay? So find your own challenge. So top leg and gently down. Now if it's a little too much, that bottom leg can rest. Okay, you choose, find your own challenge. When we're at home, play with it as much or as little as you like. Okay, 2 more. Think lovely length through those legs, hold all the time. And then hold that next one up, hold it. Okay, now that bottom leg is going to join the top leg. Now I want you to flex your feet first. So you go heel to heel, bring it down. Heel to heel, bring it down. Okay, the reason why we are flexing our foot is that what tends to happen if you've got a pointed toe, it's just your toes that tap. Okay, we tend to default to that. So heel to heel, bring it down. Heel to heel and up. So remember, choose your hand position. 3 more to go. 3. So hopefully you can feel it, feel it, feel it. 2. Last one. Up together and then gently down together. Soften those knees. If you need to, a little slap or a delicate punch on those glutes. Okay, so we've bent our knees to release any tension and we're going to stay here for a moment. Again, just double check that hip stack. Okay, choose your hand position. Now you are going to need a hand at front because we're going to circle this top leg, so just to keep you a little bit stable. Okay, so we're going to lift that top knee. You're going to bring it up in towards your chest and open it as wide as you can and take toes to toe and gently bring it down and forward again. So I want the circle to be seamless, okay? No beginning, no end. Seamless, seamless, seamless. So again, you choose where that rested hand is. Okay, try and bring it all the way up into that chest. Open that hip. Now breathe out where you feel the most effort. Now usually it's the transition from the planes from front to side, okay, where it's usually a little bit stickier. Okay, so the rest of the body, make sure there's a little bit of tension on the lower part, the body side of the body that's in contact with the mat. Okay, so still want to keep that lovely stack. One more this way. Breathe out where it feels almost sticky. And then we're going to switch direction. As always with circles, so you come down, match your bottom leg, open that hip, up towards that ear, bring it down. So this one, the arm does get in the way a little bit. So again, that sticky point is where you transition from the side to the front, usually, okay? So just breathe out where it feels the most sticky, if that makes sense, okay? So remember the abdominals have not collapsed. Lovely, little bit of tension into the mat to keep you nice and stable because I don't want you rocking through the lower part of that body either. Okay. Lovely circles up and open. Okay, last one. Up. And now we're going to hold that knee forward. Now you'll feel it. He's trying to kind of pulling the body forward. Keep those hips square, push the body that's in contact with the mat ever so slightly into the mat as well. Okay, so if you can, keep that knee as high as you can. Now this is one of my most favourite moves. You're going to possibly need that hand just here to give you a little bit of support. We're going to kick out the lower part of that leg and in. One of my most favourite exercises. Now, if that is already thinking, oh my gosh, absolute killer, drop that knee down a little bit. Remember, you've got to find your own challenge. Okay, and out, and in, out. So find your own challenge. Place that knee, try not to let it drop, not yet. Giving her clues now. Clues of the next move. 3, 2 more, 2, last one, Beautiful and smooth. Come back in. And now we're deliberately going to drop that knee to the floor. Lift that ankle. Come back square. Okay, drop. And up. So the heel goes up, the knee goes down. What goes up must come down. Da, da, da. So again, beautiful and smooth. Okay, don't worry if there's a couple of jerking movements, that's fine, but try and smooth it out. Remember the lower part of the body that's in contact with the mat, gentle resistance to help you keep that lovely stack of the hips and shoulders. 3 more. Beautiful. 2. Last one, knee comes down, let the foot come down, relax, little wiggle, and slap out through. Okay, that'll be good. And we're going to come back out to a double torpedo again. So remember how to stack, that lovely stack, shoulders, hips, check those big toes. Remember, because if one leg's longer than the other, it's indicating that your hips are not slightly stacked, stacked. Okay, so we're still in the centre of the mat. The fingertips under the waist line and try to lift that little bit up and away from the mat. Okay, so hand at the front for support. So we're going to have movement in our legs, so you're probably going to need that support here. So both legs are going to come, lengthen and lift again. Now feel that connection. Feel it. And in those glutes, we're going to flex both feet and we're going to stride. So just a lovely moonwalk. Okay, so just walking on the moon. Again, if that's a little too much, you can just do the top leg. Okay, remember, play with it. If you've got to think, I can move both legs, keep it shallow, small steps, and then make the stride bigger and bigger. Okay, so remember, you choose. Da, da, da. Are we all good? Are we smiling? 4, 3, 2, and then 1 more. And 1, and then gently back into centre together and relax down. Soften those knees, and again, just a little slap if you need to on the buttocks. Okay, so we're going to come onto our backs to do a little bit of ab work before we do the other leg. Okay, so laying on our backs, lovely open and relaxed shoulders. And remember the head and the neck, try not to overextend, that lovely natural gaze up towards the ceiling. Okay, so we're going to find your neutral spine. So remember, arch to one extreme and then completely flatten. So we've got the 2 extremes, tilt, arch, and then completely flatten. And then somewhere between the 2, position A is the arch, C is flat, B somewhere in the middle. Kind of find your natural neutral spine. Remember, everybody is slightly different, so you have to just practice and find your own. Okay. So here we are, neutral spine. Okay, and then arms in that lovely natural little V shape as well. So we're going to keep our head, neck and shoulders rested, and we're going to bring one knee in, then the other, and we're going to take both legs up to the ceiling. Now remember, think lengths. You're making yourself lovely and long through the legs and lovely and long through your spine. So you should be a little bit of effort, okay? Now, if you haven't got a straight leg, that is fine. Just keep that little bit of softness on the knees. If you are straight-legged, remember, I don't want to see those knees locked out. Okay, so lovely, lovely and long. Now, I want you to make yourself as long as you can, that lovely letter L. Really think about it. Legs long from the pelvic floor, length all the way through the spine as well. Okay, and then we're going to bring in the arms. We're going to bring both arms up. So you are in dead bug. Okay, I've got to stop calling it dead aunt. Sounds awful. Okay, and then we are going to soften your knees. So we're going to come into tabletop. Now remember, your focus is that you haven't lost that lovely neutral spine. Okay, if you have, take yourself back to the beginning. So from here, we are gently going to move one leg at a time with a lovely little hot potato toe tap and up and switch. So lovely, 1, 2, miss the floor then, and up, and 1, 2. Now, again, it's all about finding your own challenge. Hopefully you can feel that, engaging those abdominals. If you need a little bit more, you're going to move opposite arm to leg, but we're only going to come away at 45 degrees. Okay, so again, try one. If you think, nope, a little too much, make the movement shorter with the arms. So remember, you choose. Arms can be static, or it can move opposite arm to leg. 3 more. Breathe out on that little bit of effort. That lovely little toe tap and up. Now if you watch my leg, it's 90 degrees coming down. So you keep that lovely angle. It's not the bum, the foot dropping to the bum. And then gently finish back and in to centre. Okay, so you've still got that lovely length, that pelvic floor, up, zip up those jeans, zip up, zip up, zip up. So we're going to do the same arm as leg this time, okay? So just a lovely little 1, 2, come back up. So the arm, remember, can be stationary or it can move with that leg. That lovely 1, 2, draw back up. You decide. And if you really don't like having those arms up, you can just do the legs. Okay, so remember, it's same arm as leg at the moment. 1, 2. So hopefully you can feel that the demand on the body is ever so slightly different, working same arm as leg. Back in. 1 more. On each side. Will you catch me out? 1, 2. Draw back in. Gently soften, relax, and circle those knees. So just 2 circles each way. So remember, whenever we circle, we always go each direction and gently back into centre. So we're going to keep one leg drawn in and we're going to lengthen the other leg away. So we're going to come into a classic move, the single leg stretch. So same arm as leg, just that lovely little hug. So you capture that knee and then hug it a tiny bit closer. So again, the head, neck and shoulders can stay relaxed, okay? So we're going to come lovely and slow. 1, 2. So we're going to go super slow to start. So capture the knee, little hug. 2, 3, capture, hug. Okay, 2 more at this speed, and then we're going to take it to that classic 1, 2 speed. Single time. And single time, so it's a 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm keeping the head, neck and shoulders relaxed for a moment, because lots of people curl up and get lots of tension in your head, neck and shoulders, and your technique will go and you won't gain as much from this beautiful move. Now if you wish, you can come up into that lovely curl. So it's breathing for 2 leg moves, breathing out. Breathing in, 1, 2, 1, 2. Breathing in. So it's a lot to think about in this move. Breathing out. So if you prefer, there is a shorter, sharper breath, which there isn't a right or a wrong, just choose which you are comfortable with. Okay, so you choose. I prefer the longer one. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more. Breathing in. So capture, hug, capture, hug. Last set. And 1, and then gently draw in and relax and circle again. And circle the other way. So just 2 really quick circles. And then gently back and into centre. So the classic 100 before we switch to the other leg. Okay, so again, if you need to, come back to basics, feet to the floor, find that neutral spine. And again, I will keep my head, neck and shoulders rested. Whew. So, find that neutral spine, that lovely engagement, zip up those blue jeans, get that lovely connection before we even move. Feel that little bit of tension. Okay, so feet can stay rested, or any combination, one leg up, both legs in tabletop. Okay, so again, find your challenge. I'm going to go middle of the road today and stay in tabletop. So arms, bring them narrow. Now make sure you open those shoulders, slide them down along the floor. So already, before I even lift, I can feel this lovely engagement. Okay, and then we're going to lift your arms. So remember, I teach with head, neck and shoulders rested. You choose. If you really want to peel, calm down if you get any tension. Okay, so hopefully you can feel that engagement. We're going to get that lovely long breath in through your nose, and we're going to start now. That beautiful pump, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing and breathing out. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 3. Breathing in. So halfway there. It's not challenging enough, change your position. A little too challenging, modify down. Hopefully you're still breathing in for 5 and out, 2, 3. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Charlie, I think that's 100. Okay, and relax. And list my counters and circle the other way. Okay, so remember, just play with it a little bit. Okay, don't be afraid, you're at home. Okay, and we're going to bring ourselves to seated, whether you kick out, and we are going to switch sides. So onto the opposite leg. So remember, if you prefer, you can have that block under head and the arm 90 degrees under, but make sure the shoulder doesn't slip away underneath you. Okay, keep yourself lovely and square. So I prefer without a block. A really quick sip of water. So we're back to the beginning on the other side. Okay. So again, so I'm deliberately going to demonstrate. If you notice, my knees are not in alignment, and that will just a dead giveaway that your hips are not stacked correctly. Okay, so wiggle, adjust, bring those kneecaps in alignment and get that lovely hip stack, shoulder stack. And again, you choose where that hand is rested. Okay, so again, remember, we're trying to find a little bit of a wobble. Okay, so this top leg, we are going to open it. So just half an oyster and down. Okay, so just that lovely, open that hip and gently down. So again, you choose wherever you feel comfortable. So there won't be too much instability on this one at the moment. Okay, and gently down. Open and down. So remember, we've still zipped up those blue jeans. We've got lovely length. And just think about where your chin is placed as well. Make sure you've not kind of dropped down or overextended. Okay, 2 more. 2. Last one. And 1. And then gently bring it down. We're going to lift those heels and then at full oyster. Open and close. So again, choose your hand position. Open and close. Lift and lower. Keep those blue jeans zipped up. Zip, 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 zip. Lovely engagement here. A little bit of tension. 4. 3 more to go. 3. 2. And last one. Okay, just lovely and smooth. Same speed up as down. And 1. And then gently lower down. Okay, so this top knee we're going to bring into your chest. So we're going to circle and open this knee and take the toes down to meet the other foot and lower and in. So again, beautiful and smooth. A lovely circle, seamless, seamless, seamless. Okay, draw in. Now I want you to try to bring this knee as high as you can to your chest. Because if you think day to day, running, jogging, walking, your knee doesn't come much higher than here. Okay, come on, let's get that full range of motion in there. So I'm going to tuck my hand here. Breathe out. Usually it's that transition, remember, from the different planes as you move front to side. That's the stickiest part. So breathe out where you feel the most effort. Okay, seamless, seamless, seamless. Keep forgetting to tuck my arm out of the way. Such long arms and legs. Okay, 2 more. And down, last one, in this direction. Okay, so bring toe to toe and then switch. So ear or knee to ear, bring it down. Legs the same shape, open. So you've got that half oyster, knee to ear as much as you can. Now remember, I don't want you to collapse in the upper body. Okay, keep that lovely shoulder stack as well. Blue jeans zipped up. Looks effortless. Hopefully it isn't. Okay, open. Knee to ear and over. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 2 more. Lift. And over. Last one. So I don't know if you can remember, we are going to hold that knee here. So you need the opposite hand. Remember, don't let any tension creep into the head, neck or shoulders. Those blue jeans are still zipped up. We are going to extend the lower part of the leg, draw back in. So breathe out on the effort, come back in. If it's too much, just lower that knee down a little. Find your own challenge. So my eyes watering, out and in. So from that knee, so I don't want it going here, don't use cycling. It's the lower part of the leg only that's moving. Okay, we're almost there. And in. 3 more. 3. And back. 2. Last one. And 1. And then hold it here. So we're deliberately going to drop the knee and raise the ankle. And back. Drop it. Okay, so remember, all of that movement is in that leg. Okay, I don't want you to drop the body in and push it back up. It's all in that. Coming from that leg, right in that hip, into those glutes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful move. 3 more to go. 2. And last one. And 1, let that knee come down, foot down, little release, straighten that leg, and a nice little slap of those legs. Okay, so we're going to come out to your double torpedo. So again, lovely and long. Now remember, check that hip stack, check those big toes, and lovely stack of the shoulders as well. Zip up those imaginary blue jeans, get that lovely engagement around here. Fingertips, tuck into that waistline there, and then gently peel. Imagine you're lifting that little bit of a waistline up and away from the floor. So again, choose your own hand position, and we're just going to lengthen and lift both legs. Okay, so just the top leg for a moment. We're going to lift and lower. Okay, so both legs are slightly long and raised from the floor. If it's a little too much, keep that bottom one rested with a slight bend on the knee. Okay, so remember, there's always so many choices. Okay, you've got to trust yourself, challenge yourself. Okay, you choose. But remember, I don't want to see a dip and a rock as you're coming up. Keep yourself lovely and stacked. 2 more. 2. And 1. And then gently come back down. We are going to flex both feet and then top leg. Lower and lift. 3 more. Lovely lift and lower. 2 more. 2. Hold that top leg lift. Come down a tiny teeny jot and then bottom leg meets the top. Heel to heel. Okay, so again, try not to drop and twist into it. Okay, together and down. Okay, those blue jeans are on. Choose your hand position. Remember, we want to find a little bit of instability, but I don't want it to be so much that you totter. Whoa, tongue twisted, toppling over. 2. And last one, and 1, and then gently lower both together, soften those knees, and a lovely little slap on those glutes. Okay, so we're going to come into that spaceman walk now. Okay, so again, you may need this hand up for the front for support. Make sure you don't get tense and hide behind that shoulder. Keep that shoulder lovely open and down. So double torpedo again. Check those big toes, which will give away that stack of the hips. Gently lengthen and lift and flex on both feet. And then your lovely little moonwalk. And again, seamless. Now if on that lower hip it just doesn't feel comfortable, just rest that bottom leg and have the top leg moving. Okay, so remember, find your own challenge. If you have a little cushion, you can pop it underneath that hip. Okay, and moonwalk. So again, the depth of the stride is completely up to you. Again, we want to find that little bit of a challenge. Okay, so start small, build it up. Okay, start small, build it up. Seamless, seamless, seamless. Got your moon boots on. 3 more to go. Okay, 3, 2, and last one. And 1, and then gently back in together, relax, soften those knees, and a lovely little slap on those glutes. Okay, and then we're going to bring ourselves onto our backs. So back onto your back, and then gently raise 1 knee at a time into your chest. So I want you to tuck your hands just gently in behind the crease of the knee, and then just that lovely little hug. Just draw the knees up towards the shoulders so you get a nice little glute stretch here. Okay, just release any tension. So just a tiny little pulse, a little hug, hug, and release. Okay, 1, 2, and release. And then just hold that hug on this last one. Just hold that hug. So if you can just feel that a little bit of a glute stretch. Release, release, release. 3, 2, and 1. And then just gently release that tension. Now we're going to bring ourselves to seated. So you can choose whether to flick and roll or kick out one leg and then the other. Okay, so if you just gently bring yourselves to seated. Now again, I want you to remember, I'm right-handed, so that leg always wants to go to the bottom first. Switch, so you don't default to your normal side. And remember, it may feel like you're a little unsteady, a little unbalanced, but that's the point. We're trying to just make sure, get the same range of motion in the other shoulder. Hip. Okay, so open those shoulders. I was thinking open shoulders, open hip. And that lovely length through. Okay, so remember that as though I'm like a puppeteer, that tiny piece of string up out of that crown. Come on, lift yourself, make yourself lovely and long. Okay, and then take that beautiful breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And in through the nose and out. And And then with those hands, we're going to breathe in. So remember, you're lengthening and lifting up out of that waist. The palms come together. Remember, you can look at the fingers if you wish, and breathe out and draw down into center. And just that one final check. Your elbows nice and even, you're not all lopsided, and those shoulders are open and down. Okay, and thank you very much for joining me today. So thank you so much for the lovely feedback about how you're enjoying the half-hour slots, that now that you're home, the half-hour slots seem to work, able to focus and commit to it a little bit more easier. So thank you so much for joining me. See you soon. Bye.